Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer on our Leonard Harrison State Park Campground walkthrough. Leonard Harrison State Park is famous as the home of Pine Creek Gorge, marketed as the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, which you see just ahead beyond that field of wildflowers. Even the view here at the parking area is pretty spectacular because the black-eyed Susans are in bloom. It's beautiful, and there's a line of pine trees beyond those state park buildings up ahead. That's the Grand Canyon overlook, but we're walking through the campground right now to help you pick out the best spot when you visit Leonard Harrison State Park. This campground is one of the smaller state park campgrounds we've seen, and it consists of a single loop with tent sites and camper sites. If we turn around behind us, there's a pavilion down there which is reservable. There's the state park campground office, and there's a small playground at the end of the loop. We'll pan back around now and start the campsite proper. We've been here a few days, and one of the things that has surprised me is how few campers there have been. It has rained significantly the past 2 days, so maybe the weather forecast has kept people away, but it's surprising given the popularity and the marketing that goes into the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon and the smallness of the campground. Here's site number 1, site number 2. But anyway, given the smallness of the campground, I would think that this would be packed on a midsummer week that we're visiting here, but there really hasn't been. Here's site 4 to our left, and the bathhouse just behind it. Here's site number 3, against the woods and some brush back behind on the right side. Campground, or campsite number 5 rather. We'll pan slowly to campsite number 4 again. So this is situated as a loop, and the bathhouse just to our left is at about the center of it. Here's campsite number 6, and then 7 up to our right. All these seem to be fairly level. Site number 8 and number 9 to our right. 11 and then 10 to our right. Sun is shining now. We've had a lot of clouds and rain over the last few days. 12 and then 13 up on our right. So looks like on our left we have a lot of pine stands, and then to our right the campsites seem to be more open and have some weedy territory and brush and woods behind them. And then there's like a central wall of a small brushy area that runs through the middle of the loop, separating the two sides of the inner loop. Here's 19, a pull-through site, and then 17 here, and then 18 just beyond it. And now we're turning the loop. So why do we do this? Well, I love camping and really like Pennsylvania state parks. I think they do a great job. But one of the things that I don't care so much for regarding the state parks and even private campgrounds is unless you've been here before, you're kind of taking a shot in the dark. State park campgrounds may have 1 or 2 photos posted online. Here's site number 22, another pull-through site. But the state park websites may have 1 or 2 photos posted online when you book. But I've seen some photos that must have been taken years in the past. The campsites look nothing like the photos. And even then, you get one narrow angle and you really can't tell what the campsites look like. Oh, 23, that might be one of my favorite campsites. Yeah, site 23 might be one of my favorite sites because it's It's back against the woods. You get some separation on the right side, and on the left side there's a sloped area, cleared area, but you have neighbors down here, but it seems to be the farthest back site. Here's a bunch of campers up here. Site number 25. But as I was saying, the whole point of this endeavor is to show you what the campsites and the campground actually looks like. So regardless of what your preferences are and what your camping style is, we want to give you an opportunity to go in with both eyes open and pick the best site for your taste, so you can have the best camping adventure. Site number 27. Site number 26 to our left. And it looks like we have one more site to our left, and then the bathhouse. So I guess the bathhouse really isn't at the center of the campground. It's more towards one end of the loop, but it looks like easy access from any site in the campground just on account of how small it is. And here's site number 28, and that parking lot right up ahead is where we started. So this is a very small, probably one of the smallest state park campgrounds I've ever visited. Here's a bathhouse. Like most Pennsylvania state parks, the facilities are clean and well maintained. Breeze is picking up now, finally seeing some blue skies, and we're thankful for that. So that's it, 28 sites at Leonard Harrison State Park. Thanks for joining us. Hope you can pick out the best campsite to have the best adventure. And this has just been the walking tour of the campground. Be sure to check out the full review at hemlockstateexplorer.com, where you can also find reviews of other campsites, things to do while you're in the area, and check out all of our outdoor adventures at hemlockstateexplorer.com. And until next time, we can't wait to see you on the next adventure.